After a rough start to the season, they're kind of getting back on track here. They are currently on a three-game win streak, gotten themselves back above 500, and are now sitting at the top of the AFC West. And in Sunday night's game, the Chiefs looked like themselves again for the first time in a long time. They scored 41 points while only giving away 14. And Patrick Mahomes threw for 405 yards, five touchdowns, no interceptions, and he completed 70% of his passes. The running back, Darrell Williams, also gave them a ton of production, both in the run game and receiving. So, Brandon, I want to come to you here. Is it safe to say the Chiefs are back?
Look, I know that New England fans are brutal and terrible and rude, but Chiefs fans, you guys are way fucking worse. Holy shit. Um, Mahomes is having a bad year because he's human and defenses have figured him out and he's still in the process of adjusting. And as soon as they win a couple games, you're back on the Super Bowl bandwagon, which is insane. So the Denver Broncos did this in the beginning of the year where they won 3 games and they were 3-0 and they were the talk of the league, but they beat the Jags, the Jets, and the Giants. And this is the same thing with the Chiefs are back. The Chiefs are back because they beat the Giants by a field goal. They beat Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers, which is basically without a quarterback. And they only scored 13. Jordan Love had 100 different attempts to try and tie that game up and just screwed them all up. Like, I would say Jordan Love lost that more so than the Chiefs won that because they only put up 13. And then the Raiders stunk this weekend. Like, they had nothing going for them. And Derek Carr looked like classic midseason meltdown Derek Carr. So, I mean, yeah, they look good on the stat sheet, but the game I'm excited for is going to be the one this weekend because that'll show if the Chiefs are truly back. Can they come back and beat a stacked, hot Cowboys team? Or are they going to have to just beat all the other teams that are subpar and get themselves into a playoff spot and then have a challenge before we can see if they're back? But I don't think it's weird that Patrick Mahomes would have an off couple games or off season or half season or however many games it takes him to get it back. He's going to adapt. He's too talented not to. It's just, I don't know if I'd be beating that drum with these last 3 wins.
Jin, I know the Chiefs are going to be facing your Cowboys this weekend, and you mentioned earlier that you are pretty confident about you got your boys winning that game. But just in general, how do you feel about the Chiefs right now? Are they on the up and up, or do you still think this is this isn't very good for them?
Overall, I think the Chiefs are just, you know, they're going to be, overconfident going into the game for sure. Thinking that, they beat a pretty solid team, but, the Raiders are the Raiders. And Brandon, I'm going to give you an option right now. You have the option to eat 3 Popeyes biscuits instead of eating 6. So half of the amount right now. I'm going to give you that option because from the looks of it, you are going to lose your bet at the end of the season, and that's I'm giving you a way out. But kind of going back to the Chiefs, it just seems like for the first time in a while that everything sort of clicked in, but they're going to be playing the Dallas defense where you know one of their weaknesses is Patrick Mahomes throwing, interceptions, and the Cowboys are coming in top 5 in the league of takeaways. So I think that's definitely going to have a huge impact on the overall passing game for Kansas City. They're going to try to figure things out. But overall, I think the win streak is going to end this weekend for the Chiefs. It just doesn't seem like it seems like they used up all their gas in the gas tank for this game for the Raiders. It just seems like nothing's really going to be clicking for the Cowboys game.
You must have been reading my notes, Jen. because, because I'll read my notes on the podcast so everyone knows how I feel about Derek Carr right now. This will be the absolute last time I buy into Derek Carr hype, and the last time I bet on the Raiders in any way, shape, or form. Are the notes that I wrote for this particular section. So, I mean, if you're honest about, or if you're serious about the buyout, I will absolutely do it. And then just bring a couple extra biscuits aside the Popeyes meal that you still owe, and I'll eat them. This is my early cash out. I'm trying to redeem it.
No. Well, regardless, just make sure we have the video. Just make sure we have the video.
I mean, if you really think about it, the Popeyes, meal that I'm bringing over already has one for him. He has to eat another 3, so that's 4 in total. He's gonna die before he gets to the second one. So, like,
oh man, was it last week at the right after we were done the show? We are looking at the caloric content of the Popeyes biscuits. And it's like
400. No, it's 480 calories, I believe, per
biscuit.
Per biscuit without butter. 407 to be exact. They did give Brandon the option to lather on as much butter as he wants to help him to go down a lot faster. It's up to him. He's already enjoying a 4-piece there. So there goes 1,600 calories. 4 biscuits, that's another 1,600 calories. At the end of the day, his arteries might burst after that meal. But I'll make sure to have 911 on speed dial in case anything happens.
Yeah. Keep him safe. Keep him safe.
All right. I'm taking my early cash out, but it still involves 4 biscuits, which is I almost lost, but not quite.
Yeah.
But I'll take it because I'm over the Derek Carr hype.
I mean, technically, you can fit all 4 in your mouth. Stick, like a stick of butter in your mouth at the same time. It would just be a lot better. Helping you get that down.